So hi everybody, it's officially New Year's Day. So first of all, let me just say Happy New Year. And whatever resolutions you've made, whatever plans to better yourself or to better the lives of those around you, I really hope that you will see it through and you see all those plans to fruition. As I've mentioned in a previous video, this is going to be a year of big change for me. I do plan to leave my 9 to 5 job and I plan to do it within this year. So I've set myself the target of this year to start another side hustle alongside being a musician. And I'm going to grow that side hustle so that the income hopefully matches, or at least more or less matches, my current 9 to 5 income. And from there, I'm going to abandon 9 to 5. I'm going to throw all my ducks in one pond, and I'm going to go solo, I guess, for want of a better expression. So just to recap, I have done a little bit of research. I did do a gig last night, a New Year's Eve gig in a place called Bodmin, which is probably about an hour and a half away from where I live. So I feel a bit worse for wear, having done 3 hours driving to do what was almost a 4-hour gig. Didn't see my partner for New Year's. She basically came home after a shift at the care home, went to bed, probably about 8 o'clock. And then she woke up at, I think, 4:30, 5 this morning to go and do it all again. So I've not actually seen her at the end of last year or the beginning of this year. So there you go. That's what working life does to you. I want more and I want better for myself. I want better for my partner. I want to be in a position where I can work and earn so that she doesn't have to. And I'm sure that many others would do the same and will do the same when they find their perfect hustle. So I've made a few notes. I've actually got them on an iPad here. They were really too many to remember. But this is just to give you an idea. This is the cost of living increase. And to some it might be a boring subject, but this really reinforces that the country has problems. It really does. So just to give you an idea. So electricity bills, basically, this is in the last 10 years, by the way. So over the last 10 years, electricity bills have gone up 40%. 40%. That's incredible. Gas has gone up by 36%, which is again incredible. Inflation is really at the highest rate it's been for about 40 years. And that's really scary. The average household cost of living is £1,500 per year worse off than they were even in 2020. And some £2,000 worse off than they were 10 years ago. So that might not mean much to many of you, but in real terms, let's just put that into something that's perhaps a bit more tangible. So something like tobacco, and I don't smoke, but I'm sure many do. Tobacco's gone up over 45% in the last 10 years. Something like ceramic tiles, for example, bit of an abstract one, but there you go. They've gone up 65% in the last 10 years. And a night in a hotel has gone up 45% in the last 10 years. So we're obviously facing a dilemma. Clearly this can't be sustained. And I know that due, probably not directly the fault of the new government that's come in, and I think every government that comes in kind of blames the previous government for the first 2 years of their run. And that kind of gets them off the hook as far as having to solve problems straight away. They can just say, well, we've got to undo all the problems that were left for us. But for employers, this year we're in now, Employers' national insurance contributions go up, minimum wages are going up, pensions are going up. It's going to make it less viable for employers to employ so many staff. So particularly, this is going to affect industries like the service industry, things like restaurants, things like bars. Minimum wage is obviously a fantastic thing for most people. It means that you get a minimum wage. It means there is a minimum amount you're guaranteed to be paid per hour. However, for an employer, minimum wage is a nightmare, because if you, for example, have got 5 staff that you've taken on, let's just say at £10 an hour, and then minimum wage comes in at, say, £9.50 an hour. So those staff that may have been with you for 2 years, 3 years, whatever it might be, when a new starter starts on the minimum wage, all of those staff will ask for pay rises because they feel that they've been there longer, their tenure is longer, therefore they're worth more. So it affects people across the board. It affects businesses, it affects people. It means that businesses are going to struggle to employ people. People are going to struggle to find work because there are more people going for fewer jobs. I think the economy, it's got real problems. I don't know that there's actually a fix. I really don't know that there's a fix. The only thing that we can do as people stuck in this economy is to do our best to create additional income, however that is. I know obviously many people have got their side hustles. Some people do photography on the side. I've got my music. There are talented young people out there that create music and sell it online. They create beats, or they perhaps upload B-roll to Shutterstock and make money just off their phone. And I think it's these types of innovative ways of earning money that are going to become the norm for most people. And I truly do believe that 9 to 5 is about to have its day. And I think that there's big change coming. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, who can tell? It is what it is. But there is big change coming. We've had the advent of AI over the last couple of years that's really flipped the script. And a lot of people that were in jobs, particularly jobs that were maybe what you call blue collar, things like manufacturing, things like the service industry and stuff. The assumption was that AI would affect those jobs first. How wrong that was, though. So AI has come along and AI is affecting white collar jobs. And that was the last thing that anybody had expected. It's affecting people in the medical profession, it's affecting people in the law profession, and it's affecting people that are doing the job that I do, that are doing web design, SEO, things like copywriting, content. All of this can be done by AI. And although it may not be as good as a human, it's not far off. So again, for an employer looking to take somebody on, writing content, why would they consider having somebody who can write perfect copy but takes 40 hours a week to do it for £25,000-30,000 a year, when they can have AI write that same copy, given perhaps an hour to set up a really good prompt, and the AI can do it 80% as good as a human, but for a £20 a month subscription? You see? So AI has really flipped the script, and I think the smart people out there, and I'm hoping that I include myself in that, the smart people out there are going to try and leverage AI. They're going to harness its power and use it to create income. So again, last night while I was in the car park, waiting to start my gig after having set up and in between the sets, I was Googling. Sadly, I wasn't enjoying the evening. It was just another day at the office for me. But I was Googling things that I could use AI for, how it can speed up my work, how I can find opportunity with it. And I did come across lots of YouTube channels. I believe they call them faceless channels, where they use I think they call it subway scrolling, where you've got like a Minecraft video with an AI voice and a sort of message over the top. Countless channels that are doing that have got millions of views. So the people that have done this are really clever. They've found a niche. They found a way to harness not only the power of AI to create this, but they've harnessed the way that people use YouTube, the way that people doom scroll, myself included, just endlessly going through content. And I think that type of creativity, that type of forward thinking is going to pay off. I think people need to accept that they will need additional income, particularly in the next 3 to 4 years. I think people need to accept that their jobs are probably not very safe, even if they feel that they are. I don't believe for 1 minute that anybody is in an ivory tower. And I believe truly that there's big change coming, both in the way that people will earn money and also the landscape for being in work. So my message this year, I guess, for myself is going to be, it is one of positivity. I know what I've just said, it sounds like it's all doom and gloom, and it sounds like it's the end of days as far as earning money and being employed goes. But it's actually a positive thing. It's going to force people to act. It's going to force me to act. It's going to force me to, I guess, harness all of these different capabilities that are available, whether it's technology or whatever. And I'm going to use it to my advantage. I'm going to use it to break free. And I want to take everybody with me. I want to level everybody up. So anyway, yeah, I've had a really hectic 2024, a super hectic New Year's Eve. I'm going to go and get my head down for a couple of hours. And then I'm gonna do whatever it takes to move things forward for myself and my family. For tomorrow, 9 to 5 starts again, and I want to be done with it as fast as possible. So anyway, whatever New Year's resolutions you've made, stick to them. Stick to them for yourself and for your family. Whether it's something like losing weight, whether it's giving up smoking, let's be healthier, let's be fitter. Let's earn money, and let's be the change that we want for ourselves. Goldman, peace out.